Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make these super cute beaded tree earrings. They're awesome, so let's get started. So for materials, you'll need some sort of jewelry wire. This is the one I'm using. I will link it. I love the beadsmith. Then you're going to need whatever color seed beads you're using. I have green seed beads, red seed beads, blue seed beads, and some gold seed beads. So you can just do green, that also works, but I made mine look a little more like a Christmas tree. And then, of course, you're gonna need pliers. I like having both the needle nose pliers and my normal jewelry pliers because I feel like it makes it a lot easier to do what you need to when you have both of them. So I will link everything you need. And then finally, you're gonna need either your necklace chain if you're making it a necklace or your earring hook if you're making it into an earring. And let's go over how to make this super cute charm. So I'm going to take my wire, and it's a lot easier to cut it out before you twist it, but I always just like to start getting it twisted while it's right here. So I'm going to leave about that much space right there, and then I'm going to start twisting the wire into a spiral. So just ignoring that big piece of string for now. You want to make sure it's not too squished out like this, but if it's a little squished out like that, especially at the beginning, totally fine. We're going to try to make it as circular as possible. And it doesn't have to be super tight, but all you have to do is make sure that it's consistent with the other one you make. So whatever you do this time, when you do the other one, do the same thickness that time. And then also, it doesn't matter how many times you twist it. For me, I kind of just twist it until I like the look of it, and then I take it and I count how many I did. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna do this one 6 times. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can just count how many of the rings there are by starting in the middle and then counting up. So I'm just gonna keep twisting that. What I found is easiest is I make the loop first with my needle nose pliers, and then I switch to my normal pliers and I kind of grab the whole thing, softly twist it slightly, grab the whole thing again, slightly higher, twist it. And I know I'm not explaining that great in words, but hopefully you can kind of see the process and copy that. And while you can adjust it once it's in this form, it is trickier than when you just make it right the first time when it's a spiral. So I've got 5, so I'm gonna do one more twist around. You can see, this is a little more pointy, so I'm just gonna try to flatten that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so close. And so this is where I'm gonna cut that wire because I know I need probably about that much more or less. So I'm just gonna chop it right there. That's what's super nice about these pliers too, is they have a little wire cutter in them. And then I'm just gonna finish twisting. It's so much easier to work with wire when it's not connected to the spool. You'll see how much faster that went. So we've got the right amount. Now, it's really tempting just to pull on it, but I really think it's smarter to use the needle nose pliers. Put them towards the top. If you can grab onto the top, that's great, but mine's not grabbing, so I'm just gonna push. And as you can see, mine's a little lopsided right here, so I'm just gonna be extra careful and kind of push that down. And then you can fix it. Then there's where you can pull it with your fingers because you already pulled it the first time. So I know the camera went blurry a little bit right there, but that is our first step. So you're done with that part. Now, if you want the earrings just to look like this, I haven't added earring hooks onto these, but these were just an example. Then you can stop right here actually. And all you have to do is cut off the ends and then twist the end in. And I'll show you how to end that later. But for now, we're gonna make a loop at the top and then we're gonna string some beads on if you're making it look like this. which I really like the look of. So I want to double check, make sure it's the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So then I'm going to take this top part and I'm trying to make a little loop so that I can hook it onto any earrings. And with this one, I kind of just did like a double loop, so I'm going to do that again. And this is another part where it's really convenient to have 2 different kinds of pliers. So that hole might be a little small. I'm going to try to make it slightly bigger. Just need to be patient and just like keep messing with it, because you see like I kind of messed up the top, but that's fixable. And sometimes you're just gonna have to retry and retry until you get the shape right, but then I feel like the more you do it, the better you get at it. So you can see, if you look really closely, they're not exactly the same, but it doesn't matter. It'll look close enough as long as it's got like the general length of it and the general closeness together of the twisties. So now we're going to be adding beads to it. So in order to add beads, first we're going to get out all the colors we need. So I actually just have a tray right here that has all my greens in it, and I'm just going to put that to the side. So here I've gotten some beads for all the ornaments, and then I'm just going to string, well, not string, but you know what I mean. First, some gold beads onto it. So I just like the look of having the gold beads at the top, just like a little star on the tree. And then as you put the beads on, you can just twist them down to the bottom. There might be some areas where it's harder to get beads onto, but these ones went to the very bottom really easily, so that means I don't have too many kinks. If your beads get stuck somewhere, you might just have to flatten out a kink, and you can just use this one for it. It makes it a lot easier. But let's start stringing some of our greens on, and then we will string on the reds and blues randomly to create the little cute ornament pattern on the tree. So now I'm gonna put a blue bead on there, now that I've gotten quite a bit of green. And then I'm gonna put a red on. And you can do a specific pattern with this. I don't really do any specific pattern. I kind of just make sure I put greens between all the reds and blue, but it's kind of random when I put a blue or when I put a red, or how many greens I put between them. So it makes it more accurate if it's random. As you go, just keep pushing the beads down so you get a good idea of how many you have left. So I've strung up most of the beads. Now once you've gotten to this point, you're going to just kind of base it off of whichever one you do before. So if this is your first one, just kind of stop where you like the length. I think this is pretty close to what I want. I think I need to add a few more beads. And it can be deceiving, so make sure you push down the beads on everything, because as you can see, I pushed them down and now I have way more wire, so I need to add a few more. So I'm gonna leave about this much wire so you can kind of base yours off of that. And what I did for this one is I just kind of bent it upwards and I closed off the end. So first we're gonna make a little loop right here that we're just gonna flatten down. So I'll take my flat pliers. And this is a little tricky because as you hold on to it, like the beads will slide up, but you can make it work. So twist it and then pinch it. So basically that just means the beads aren't gonna come off even if it's upside down, and it makes it less sharp. So then I'm going to take this and just twist it up like that so that it finishes off our tree. Now you can see it's a little bit wonky. This one is like really clean, really good. So let's make this one really clean and really good. How about that? So first I'm just gonna kind of mess with it with my hands with the beaded parts to make sure they go where I want them to. And then I think my biggest issue with this one becoming wonky is because I didn't leave enough silver stuff, but it is not a problem because I can just bend it around, and I don't have to bend this one up like the other one. You can also cut it off if you want them to be equal, so I could cut the other one off. But I actually like how that looks better with that one just down. And again, you can just kind of mess with it until it looks how you want it to. But yeah, I got that bead kind of stuck, so that's good news. And then kind of just softly twist it. Try not to twist it too much because sometimes it gets like more messed up than you want, and then it's like a shame because you worked so hard on making it that shape. So there we are, that is finished. Now I'm gonna add the earring hook. So I'm just gonna grab my earring hook, and the kinds of earring hooks I use are really easy because if you have the needle nose pliers, you can just stick your needle nose in there and twist it out like that. And it makes it super easy to just place whatever your charm is on, and then you can just squeeze it down. And there's a flat part right here with my pliers that I like to squeeze it with. So then we are finished. Here is our super cute twisty tree earrings. If I had put little loops on the top of these, which I technically did, so I can actually turn these into cute little earrings as well if I want to. But this is a tutorial for how to do that. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season and that this tutorial was easy to follow. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time.